Alright, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Yadira for those that don't know me, and today's video is going to be another episode of Is It Worth It? And I am talking about the one and only Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, so as you guys know, the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette was like a huge success. And before we get started on this tutorial, this is going to be my first time actually using the whole palette. I'm very excited. I wanted to say a couple things before we get started. The price on this little bad boy is $38, and that's not including the shipping. So the packet itself is like this. It has Jaclyn's name. It's made out of just cardboard. It's more of just like a matte finish. And then the back, it has a picture of the beautiful Jaclyn, and it has a little, message that she wrote, and it says, "Creating this palette has truly been a dream come true for me. Morphe gave me full creative control and allowed me to customize my dream palette for everyone to enjoy. Every shade was customized by me, and I really hope you guys love it as much as I do. I wanted a range of neutrals and pop of colors to accommodate all skin tones. I put my heart and soul into this palette, and I hope my pickiness pays off. XO Jaclyn." If you guys are collectors in makeup, or you guys just like makeup, or you guys are into the packaging itself is not all that. The material feels more on the cheaper side, and I would think it's because, she did talk about how they like reformulated the shadows in her palette, so maybe it was just like more of a cost saving cost kind of situation. It gets dirty super quick, and I'm going to compare it to another very affordable brand, which is the BH Cosmetics by Carly Bible. This is the little packaging cardboard that it came with. As you guys can see, this one's shiny, laminate, and it feels more durable than this one. This one is not, stop licking my feet, is not all that. Now that's not nothing negative, but if you are into packaging, that's a whole thing. Another thing is, with white palettes, they're very pretty because they're very like chic and all, but they get dirty super fast. I don't know if you guys can see, my palette has already become stained. More than anything, I think it became stained because of my makeup all around, touching this, grabbing that. I tried cleaning it with a wipey, but it doesn't come off. And then another thing is the names. I know Jaclyn did customize the names on each color, which I think is really nice because it gives it more of a personal touch, but they're not on the palette. So this is what the palette comes. As you guys can see, it's very pretty. Now I did swatch it already for this video, but it's the first time doing this for this video, if that makes sense. So let's see, what else. Oh, and I think it would have been a better idea if they would have put the names of each color on the palette, because again, it's supposed to come with some spreadsheet with the names. My palette didn't come with it. I know Morphe did tweet out that you can print it out, but then there again, I don't have ink right now, and I don't want to download it, and I don't want to do that. So I just think it would have been a better, smarter idea for them to put it, even if it's like in little bitty letters on here, instead of wasting a whole sheet of paper. But that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna die over the names, right? So let's get started. Alright, so here are the swatches. You guys, I am having to film this separately from the actual tutorial, but it's a-okay. What I did notice is that a lot of these are very similar, like these two, and more in the palette. They're very similar, but they're either like they have a different underneath tone. I need to learn how to swatch better because my swatch game is not on point. But they're definitely very pretty, very pigmented. All I did is grab my little finger and swirl it around and then put it in on here. Alright, and then this is the second row that we're doing right here. I am so impressed on how creamy and pigmented they are. Now for these like matte shadows, you guys have to remember that these are more like transition colors. Like that's what I would use all of these colors for transition, but then once you get to your metallic, your foiled colors, like you guys, they're so pretty and so pigmented. Like they have so much freaking I'm holding my hand. They have so much pigment, and I'm not sure if they absolutely make a difference with, you know, by using just a brush or with your finger. But again, all of these are just finger swatches. And now the row that we're doing is this row right here. I cannot explain to you how pigmented and pretty all these freaking shadows are. Okay, and now we're doing this row right here. Now, as I'm swatching, just based off on finger swatches, I have noticed that some of them have a little bit more fallout than the others in the palette. But again, they're very pretty and creamy. Okay, and then the last row right here is very pretty. Like, these colors right here speak to me. They're so pretty and so vibrant. And here they are. Now, as far as like, come on, I wish I had better lighting. As far as like the pigment, you guys, all of them have been super pigment except for the last color right here. As you can tell by the swatch, it just kind of fades. It's supposed to be black, I think. So I'm gonna get a generous amount again. Not as pigmented. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just my palette. Maybe I need to go in like really hard on that one. Okay, there we go. We got more pigment now. So that one is it. But this is like the first swatch, and I got the same amount on all of them. So now let's try to do it. Oh, there we go. So it's more pigmented now. But I literally had to like scrub in there. But I'm going to start off by using this shade right here. With colors, you want to make sure that you like stack colors. Don't go crazy with colors, because you can always stack up the color, but you know, you cannot remove it. Once you're in, you're in. So I'm going to just start by going back and forth. Ooh. On my eyeball. No, I'm just kidding. On my crease. I'm like, what is that name? So back and forth on my crease. And of course, you guys know I like that V shape, so I'm gonna just continue doing that V shape. My eyelids are less swollen every week, you guys. I'm almost gonna go back to my normal self. So because my eyelids are swollen, and if you guys have just swollen eyelids because of etc. reason, make sure you raise your eyebrows and get in there. Like, that stretches out that skin for you, and that's really gonna help that. This shade right here. For this one, I am definitely gonna raise my eyebrows, and I'm gonna just keep it right on the crease. So the crease is gonna be right where it kind of like folds. Like, if you look up, down, up, right here, that's your crease. And with the same brush, ooh, these are so pigmented, you guys. So with the same brush, just go back and forth. I know I'm like supposed to be talking about the palette itself, but I mean, you guys are looking at this. They are so pigmented, and they are blending very nicely. I do have a Morphe palette, like another palette from Morphe, and I do have to say that these are like a lot more pigmented and a lot more blendable than the other palettes. And the price, like, I know a lot of people were complaining about how it's, you know, pricier, but we have to remember we're paying for a name, Jaclyn Hill, and we're also paying for better formula, because that is what she basically promised on there. So I'm not mad. And I'm going to switch to a bigger fluffy brush, and I'm just going to grab a little bit because these colors are super pigmented. Like, I'm not exaggerating. They are very pigmented, and I don't want to overpower. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to keep it kind of more on the outer half of my V. And we're just with the fluffy brush. Now the fluffy brush is going to be a little bit bigger, but that's kind of what I want. Kind of just like start smoking out the, you know, the V part. And now don't worry if it gets a little too messy on the outer corners, because we're going to clean that up with a little bit of translucent powder once we do our face. So you ain't got to worry about You ain't got to worry about Okay, I'm going to use a flat brush, and I'm going to use this shade right here. And I'm going to try it without any Fix Plus or without anything, because I just want to see how they're supposed to perform. I know she did say if you spray the brush, it's a little bit better, and if you apply it with your finger, but we'll do it with the brush. Not bad. And I think I am going to add just a little bit of Fix Plus just to make it stand out a little bit more. With the smaller brush, I'm going to use this shade right here, but I really want to be as precise as possible. Okay, then for the fun part, I'm going to use a white eyeliner. If you don't have a white eyeliner like myself, I use this pencil, and all I do is dig some out and put it in the back of my hand, and then I use an itty bitty brush. I warm it up on my hand like so, and just do a regular wing, and then we're also going to do the wing all the way up towards here. So just your regular wing. I hope you guys can see this, because I suck at putting wing eyeliner, like eyeliner in general for the camera. Very gentle, you guys. Be very light-handed. So sort of like this. The eyelashes, we're going to be using these by Vegasnay. These are the Grand Glamour. Now these eyelashes, I'm not sure I'm loving them. Okay. Oh, I also got this, what brand is this? L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. It's supposed to be like a dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, I think. I don't own it, but that's what I heard, so I got it. I'm gonna just put mascara. So for our lips, at this point you can use like a nude, even a red, but I'm wearing green, so let's do a nude. This is like freaking concealer nude. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so for the lips, I'm going to be using a More Matte by Milani, and this is in the shade number 10. It's just going to be a very pretty nude color. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to mix this shade and this shade right here. Just, oh, where is it? Right here. And we're going to use it as a highlighter. Yes, honey. This is the final look, you guys. Of course, you spray it off with Fix Plus or with all-nighter, anything you want. But this girl is about to go to bed, so I ain't going to do that. But this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't forget to leave them down below. And let me know what you guys think of your Jaclyn Hill palette. My overall thoughts on this palette is it's absolutely amazing. I think it's worth every single penny. I don't have any complaints on it. I have to play a little bit more with the shimmers and different colors. This is just kind of like a quick little look that I created. I know on my swatches the black wasn't as black until I really went in there and kind of got rid of the first layer. I don't know how it's going to perform, so hopefully I can come up with a look pretty soon with that. But other than that, I think this palette is absolutely amazing and worth it. It blends very easily. There wasn't any fallout at all, but again, I will play with it more and keep you guys updated. And yeah, so until next time, my beautiful rosebuds.